Hopefully everyone has had a great Monday. So Carla and I
Hello.
are back to do another episode of pre-Wimbledon grass court tennis discussion, and I guess you could say podcast for this grass court season on both the women's and the men's side. So I'm going to try to do a fast forward version this evening and try to get both men's and women's in one sitting. At times, I think we're a little passionate about our topics and discussions, so if we go longer, we're very sorry. We apologize for such things. Anyway, so we're going to jump right back into it and get this going. So today, we're going to start with the men. A few more big names are kind of floating around now in these tournaments. Some names that I think we can all look at and say, okay, I think we have some battles coming up. So today we had a couple notable matches that finished up in two tournaments. So I'm going to start with what is the Queen's Club tournament to me, and I had to write this down as the Fever Tree. I think they changed the name of the tournament, and it kind of threw me for a little bit of a research loop when I was trying to find the Queen's Club, but I discovered that the names had maybe switched sponsors or something as such. So today we have a match I want to mention. Jack Sock,
Sorry.
our future American tennis player, lost today to Daniil Medvedev.
Jack Sock. His tennis has gone down since the beginning of the year. I mean, he's doing good in doubles. I don't know what's going on. He has to have the ugliest style I've ever seen in American tennis. I think he's, on top of that, he's out of shape.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. I didn't have that in my notes, but the pudgy midsection, I don't know what's going on there, Jack, but man, we gotta get that worked out, bro. I'm a big fan of American tennis, but we gotta represent American tennis better than that belly. Let's lose that, all right? Let's lose that, Jack. All right, let's lose that. Come on, man. I'm 40. I got nothing to gut, man. Let's lose the gut. Anyway, a respectable loss, though, to the Medvedev kid. Medvedev, as you know, is a household name in the game of tennis, and he has bright people around him. I mentioned to Carla a couple of months ago about this Medvedev kid. He looks comfortable, but a little green, but I think he can do well. So am I surprised Medvedev beat Sock? No, because of the belly. It's really hard to really grind with that.
Well, he's just not fit. I mean, these are professional tennis players. They should be fit. I can understand a club player, someone our age, but these are professional players. They need to represent the sport much better. I mean, he just looks like he's sweating out there. He has no energy. I mean, I don't enjoy watching him anymore.
Yeah,
he played better last year. This year is, I don't know.
So we're going to leave it with that and try to get this so everyone can hear the men's and women's and get through it both quickly. So Jack Sock, man, let's shape up a little bit out there, bro. Come on. All right, so next we have Sam Querrey that rolls over a British kid. Clark was the name. Good job, Querrey. I think he was just married.
Yeah, he just got married, and Querrey loves the grass. I mean, he's a serving volleyer sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And he loves the grass. It's great for his game. So, yeah, that's no surprise. He won the first round.
Yeah, big weapon off the forehand side. Beautiful serve. Great grass game. I think he made a final last year. Didn't he make a semifinal last year? So, good job, Querrey. You look fit. Great. So
I think he lost to Muller last year.
I think you're correct.
Yes, and he had a chance to go to the finals. He was too tired, though. He had played too many 5-setters.
So, good job, Querrey. I think we'll see a lot more from Querrey in this short grass court season. Moving forward, we have Marin Cilic that runs over Fernando Verdasco today in straight sets. Any surprises there?
No, Verdasco's a clay player. He's not a grass court player.
Not a bad player, though. Verdasco's a veteran. He's been around. He can dig deep, but no surprise here that Cilic will do that. So, moving forward, we had today two American players face off. We had Tiafoe play Donaldson.
That was boring. That put me to sleep. I think even the kids were falling asleep on that match.
Oh, I'm sorry. I fell asleep thinking about that match. All right. So my problem here is again a great job for both players to be there, but as much money as we spend on players, coaching facilities, academies, physio trainers, psychological sport therapists, and so forth, and this is what we get. I understand why tournament directors and draws makers put two Americans against each other all the time in the first round. Two Americans, because while with right now in men's tennis,
they all look the same. There's no different personalities. They are all bland, boring, same forehand grip, same backhands. I mean, they hit, no weapons. It's just boring to watch. Exhausting. Even my son was like, why do they put the Americans together all the time?
It's the same thing. We got to change something up. I'm sorry. Tiafoe won that in straight sets, but does it matter either way? Does it have any future?
No.
Is either one going to show up for some major stunning run in Wimbledon?
No, I mean, I would like to see Tiafoe do something. I mean, out of all the Americans that we've watched, Fritz, we got Donaldson.
Agree.
We got Ryan Harrison. We got Donald Young, who I don't know why he's still playing tennis.
Query.
We got Query. I mean, I think
we got Sindgren. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
You got Johnson. Steve Johnson's actually exciting to watch.
Yeah. So,
but Tiafoe, I mean, maybe in the future he could do something.
Yeah, I think out of the whole group of American young men tennis players, I think Tiafoe, would be the best for me. Great story, very, very, very solid young man. But look, we have to be real here in terms of the future of American tennis. It's not looking good at this point. And I think maybe at some point we have to start channeling not necessarily all this money and all this everything else. And I think we need to start looking for talent and find people who are hungrier that want to get it done. All right, so moving on. Today we had another match today where Wawrinka won an early round match against I think it was a British guy by the name of Norrie.
Good for him.
Great for him. I haven't heard of Norrie, so good for him too. I'm a big Wawrinka fan. Beautiful one-hander. Injuries, off-court issues, and he seems to, little by little, be gaining traction toward Wimbledon. What do you think?
Yeah, he needs every match that he can get under his belt. He needs the confidence. I mean, like I said, he doesn't have a great team behind him right now. So every match, no matter who the opponent is good for him right now.
Agreed. All right, fast forward show. So a match today that she might kill me talking about is her boy Denis Shapovalov that loses in straight sets to a veteran Giles Muller. She proclaimed about 8 years ago that Alexander Dogopolov would be number one in the world. Utterly failed on that prediction. She has proclaimed about a year ago that Shapovalov would be the next number one again.
He still has a chance.
I personally think it's not going to happen.
He was up. He was about to win the first set. It's called immaturity. It's called being young. I mean, and plus, grass is not his best surface. Plus, he's playing Muller. Muller is a great grass court player, a veteran.
Coulda, shoulda.
I mean, he beat Nadal.
Good history. Good history. Muller is a great player.
He beat Query too last year. He made it to the finals. Did he make it to the finals?
Well, my only problem is if you're going to say someone's going to be number one in the world and they're 19 and losing to Muller in the first round, and then wait a minute, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't he lose to a newcomer on the block from India in his first round of the previous tournament that he played in?
Even the other commentators said grass is not his surface. He's 19. It's his second year on the tour. Give him a chance. He's got the personality for this game.
Personalities don't win majors. Moving forward. All right, so some notable first round matches tomorrow and some initial second round matches tomorrow at the Queen's Club or Fever Tree or whatever it is currently.
Hate the name, by the way.
Me too. Interesting name. Maybe it's a brand I haven't heard of. But Cilic Muller, great match. Big servers, big forehands off, big ground strokes off each wing.
That's a tough one.
So, hey, good luck for either one. In my opinion, Cilic can go equally as far as Muller and Wimbledon. Mm-hmm. Djokovic Millman. No big deal here. Djokovic should slide through this, but Millman's a big server.
He's been around too.
Been around. So Djokovic desperately needs a win. If he loses this could be a real confidence breaker for his career. Djokovic needs like a 2-2 win.
And he signed up for this tournament pretty late. He had said in his I guess conference after the French Open that he was unsure about playing Wimbledon. So
yeah,
maybe something I don't know.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting deal there. Djokovic, you need to win way worse than Millman needs a win. So if you lose this, we could have a rough future. Hopefully you win this and let's start moving forward. Kyrgios Murray tomorrow. Oh, tough first round match for Murray to come back against. Kyrgios, I think, should win this easily. We talked about this yesterday. I hope Murray goes easy.
Don't you think they should have done Murray a favor by not putting Kyrgios in the first round for him? They should have been a bit nicer, being that he's won 2 Wimbledons and, that's his turf. I think that's a little messed up, honestly.
Yeah, I have mixed emotions about this match. I honestly feel like Kyrgios should just run right over him. If Murray wins the match, though, what a deflating loss for a young kid like Kyrgios with so much promise and so many mental barriers that I think he is about to, or hopefully rectifies. And if he doesn't win this, I think it'll hurt.
I don't think he cares, so...
You don't think
we can move on to the next match. I hate talking about Kyrgios.
All right. Sometimes I agree, sometimes I don't. We wish him well. Grow up a little bit. Kyrgios. All right, moving on. Just a match. We're not going to spend any time talking about it, but Goffin Lopez. Goffin, Belgium, I think. Lopez, Spanish guy. Fun match to watch. I think equally can go as far as in Wimbledon. Last but not least, and I mentioned this simply as, I don't even know why I mentioned this, except there's an American Harrison playing Edmund tomorrow. Edmund, she's been talking about for a while.
I like Edmund.
I don't have any pros or cons with Harrison. The only reason why I bring it up is this our American tennis?
I thought like Harrison was in his close to his 30s, isn't
He
it?
seems like a great kid, been around a while, and we wish Harrison the best, but all these venues we got. And this is who we got? Anyway. All right, so good job, Harrison. Hopefully you do well. I have a feeling Edmund will show up, and it might be a long day. Mm-hmm. So moving forward, Hal, Germany. Currently, this is kind of Federer's tournament. I think he's won it maybe 8 times, maybe? Wow. 10 times, possibly. So today in round 1, we had Dominic Thiem run right over Mikhail Yuzny, 7-6, 6-2. Any surprises?
No. I mean, Yuzny's a veteran, but Thiem is a much better player. By far. So, no. Good warm-up match.
Yes, good warm-up match. So, I got smashed in the face with a tennis ball yesterday, and my glasses broke. So, you can see my kicked off to the left deal. So, if I don't push it down, it falls off my face. So, that's why I keep tinkering with my glasses. Thiem could be top 3 soon. I think he's 4 or 5 now. Or is he 7 or 8?
Thiem is actually number 7.
So number 7. I think Thiem will have a good run at Wimbledon. I really do. No surprise he rolled over Yuzny. Yuzny could win a round or 2 at Wimbledon, but Thiem, he's got potential to be great. Mm-hmm. I really think.
Yes, he does.
He's got potential to be great.
I like his game. Yeah.
I like his game.
He's humble too.
Good job, Thiem. Way to work. Next, just a quick thing. There was an American junior player, Dennis Kudla. I think his first name was Dennis. Kudla had a straight set victory over Louis Lacko today. Big names, no, but good job, Dennis Kudla, because if I remember correctly, I watched him as a junior, and I remember he did really well in the juniors, and someone may have to interject and correct me on that. You can do some research. If I remember correctly, Kudla was a really promising junior. It just goes to tell you how much different the junior game is than the pro game. But good job, Kudla. You're still working. And as far as I know, I think this is a really good win. Lacko's a good player.
Yeah, and Kudla's not even in the top 100.
All right, so we had Nishikori today that rolled over someone by the name of Bockinger. I think Bockinger's German. I may be wrong there. No surprise. Just letting you know, Nishikori's back in the thick of things. I don't know how far this will go into Wimbledon.
Another boring player to me, but yeah.
Fair enough. Bautista Agut wins today. He played a guy named Struff. Bautista Agut, solid player. I'm not going to sweat him going too far into Wimbledon, though, so I'm not going to waste much time on this match. Just another notable seeded player that I thought deserved a little bit of attention, at least some recognition.
Sure.
Another veteran, though, and ending for matches today that I had a lot of respect for. Not the greatest player, but Robin Haas. I think he's from the Netherlands. He has been around for a very long time. A very long time. And for him to still be winning or even playing and still getting wins reminds me of a Julian Beneteau. So Haas, Beneteau, these type guys, not Tommy Haas, but Robin Haas, Haase, I think, is the proper spelling. Haas and the Santoros and the Beneteaus, the Mehoots are all guys that are really similar, just really good gentlemen that really train hard, play hard, and do a lot of good things for the game. So, hey, good job, Robin Haas, for the win, right?
Yep, definitely. He's been around.
Been around. All right, so notable matches tomorrow at the same tournament at Hal. We have Philip Kohlschreiber stepping into action. Beautiful one-hander.
I love watching him.
Carlos a big fan. Plays a Hungarian kid named Fusovic. And I'll spell it. Fucsovics. I've seen him maybe 4 times play. I think he's starting to look really good as a player. He's been around a little while. He's not super young, but I'd be interested to see who wins this match tomorrow between those two. Kohlschreiber, beautiful game, right?
He should win that tomorrow. I don't think he'll have a problem.
So Tsitsipas jumps on the court against Pouille tomorrow.
That's an interesting match. Fun match. I mean, Pouille's a bit older, right?
A little bit older, yeah. Could by about probably 4. I think Pouille's probably 22 and Tsitsipas is 19, 23, 19, something like that.
They both have promising careers. A lot of people expect a lot from both of them, actually.
Yeah. I see Tsitsipas still young for this. Pouille's been around for a couple of years, if not maybe 4. Pouille reminds me of kind of an Ed Bergish / I don't know, Federer, Dimitrov, Borgish type player with the good looks. Yeah. If Pouille can find some rhythm at this stage of grass court season, I think he can make some noise in Wimbledon.
I agree.
All right, we have a gentleman that Carla has selected a couple times in her fantasy tennis teams that we do is Kachanov,
yes.
Russian player.
Tall, big man, strong. Powerful strokes.
He's got cannons. Watch out for him.
Yes.
Big game, good for grass.
Yes.
So watch out for Kachanov. He plays with serving, volleying. Misha Zverev, the older brother of the Zverevs.
He's beaten him before in clay. Not sure how he's going to do grass.
Great match to keep your eye on. Last 2 matches upcoming for tomorrow from this tournament. Federer jumps in the ring with Bedin. I think Bedin's an Australian player or British. I think Bedin is an Australian player. Potentially British. Bedene. Federer will roll.
He's from Slovakia, actually.
Bedin.
Yes, Bedin. He's number 7 in the world.
Okay, well, totally spaced on that one. Thank you for having the notes. So the Federer will roll through this, but he is playing tomorrow, coming off a win in Stuttgart. Did he just win in Stuttgart?
He just won Stuttgart, yes.
Stuttgart. So I don't expect to see a magician tennis tomorrow from Federer. I see him coming out, kind of relaxing, getting through the first round, and hey, we'll see what happens. But hey, it's always nice to see Federer play. Biggest match for me of tomorrow, period, plain and simple, is Borna Coric, the young hotshot kid that I like a lot, against Zverev, the younger, Sasha or Alexander, i.e. So they play tomorrow. I think Coric has just as much potential as Zverev. Why we put these two together in the first round? Okay, well, I get it. But the tournament, unfortunately, is going to lose, I think, one of two finalists in the first round. Coric, I think, has potential. Zverev has potential.
Coric has potential to beat Zverev, actually.
Yeah.
A lot. I mean, they've played a lot of tournaments before. I thought it was pretty even. I'd have to check on the stats on that. But I'm surprised they put those 2 players on the first round. Tough for Zverev if he loses that first round. Won't be good for him.
Yeah, I agree totally. All right, so to sum up the men's side, and I just checked the camera, we're about 19 minutes. So I really can't push the women's right through on this one. So I'm going to sum up the men's with 2 final statements. And please comment. Tell me what you think, or tell us what you think in return to the 2 questions. Maybe it's no big deal, but for me, I think they're important when we're discussing pre-Wimbledon, the culmination of the biggest tournament at the end of the grass season. All right, so does it really matter if Federer wins here versus if, say, Zverev or Tsitsipas, etc., loses in the first round, I mean, would it be let me try to say this clearly. If Federer were to lose in the first round tomorrow against Badin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Federer, okay. Now let's say Zverev or Coric or Tsitsipas loses in the first round. Follow me? Okay, so one of those three kids that's got so much promise, where time and time again here in these big tournaments are getting finally beaten, would a first round loss for any three of those people be harder on their future than it would be for Federer right now to take a first round loss from Badin?
No, for Federer, if he lost the first round,
Maybe.
it's not a big deal. Who cares?
Who cares?
Honestly, he's just doing these directors a favor by playing the smaller tournaments.
Selling tickets.
He doesn't have to do this anymore.
Exactly.
But yeah, for the younger kids, it's definitely a career changer for them. They need the experience. They need the tournaments, especially Zverev.
Yeah, I think to put Zverev and Coric in the first, it's really, for me, it's a draw maker looking forward into these tournaments. Someone's going to get hurt tomorrow. Not only are they going to take a loss, but the next tournament is 1 week prior to Wimbledon. I think there's one more next week. I forget what the name is. I'll have to find it. But there is one next week. Or a couple. But for those younger kids, it hurts to lose in the first. Wait a week off, go travel, figure out how to pay your coaches or whatever it is, and then to jump back in. It's tough heading into a major that way. So for Federer, I don't think it matters. Federer can get bageled by Badin, and he'll just go back to the hotel. These other kids lose, it's a career changer.
Yes.
Okay, think about that. That's deep. All right, so moving into the quarterfinals and semifinals of these tournaments are important because as we move forward, we have the bigger matches that begin to pop up. We have the Kachanovs, the Tsitsipas, the Kohlschreibers, the Federers, the Corics, the Zverevs, the Cilics, the Djokovic. They're here, and they will begin to start to meet each other towards the semifinal, quarterfinal rounds of these tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't expect any dramatic finals or matches, but I would really look for these players to be testing out their weaknesses, finding out where they're vulnerable, because they'll probably see each other in the same fashion in Wimbledon, right?
Yeah, we're still missing a lot of top players that are not playing any grass. What's going? We know Nadal's not going to play one.
Del Potro.
Del Potro's another one. Surprisingly, I mean.
Who else we missing?
I haven't heard about Kevin Anderson. Have you? He's a big server.
Anderson's playing. I came across his name, and maybe it's a draw next week.
Okay.
But Anderson is going to be around. I don't have him.
What about Isner? I mean.
Isner, haven't heard. French Open. After that, haven't heard much.
I mean, another guy I like is Carreño Busta, but I think he's playing the last one. I'm not sure. I mean, what other big names?
There's a lot of names.
Tsonga? Is Tsonga even playing?
Tsonga, that's a great question, too. If anybody can let us know what's going on with Tsonga, I would really like to know. He's had a lot of good runs at Wimbledon, and we'd like to see more from him. Any more notes right off the bat to go into tomorrow before we do our tomorrow show?
No.
So, hey, for today, the men's game seemed pretty good. I think we'll have more action tomorrow, so we'll update the men's grass side tomorrow evening. Hope you like our setup. It's nighttime. The kids are in bed, so we wanted to go ahead and make sure that we get our men's and women's done. And again, we do this. We enjoy it. We're passionate about it. You can check out us coaching our kids and racket stringing videos and our other videos. Click a like below, subscribe below. We do it because we always drive in the car wishing we could hear some type of tennis talk or tennis sports radio. We hear football and baseball and basketball and even boxing and track and field and all this other stuff on sports radio, but we never hear tennis. So we want to deliver it to you and then to us so we have an excuse to talk about it. All right, so hey, thanks a lot. Take care, Carla. Great job. Game, set, match. Shake hands at the net. Sorry. Appreciate that.
Oh, by the way, I beat him today.
Yeah, she did win today. It was really kind of a whacked out match. I started out with an easy service hold. She came back.
No.
Wait a minute, how did it even start?
I served first. I chose to serve first.
Oh, that's
today.
right. She had an easy service
I
hold.
knew I was on today.
Okay, then I had an easy service hold, but after that,
No.
how was that wrong?
I was up 5-love.
Oh yeah, she
And
got
I really wanted to bagel you.
But she
today.
didn't do it. I started serving volley at 5-1 or 5-0, and I got my game. Shoot.
Yeah, there's always next time.
Oh, yeah, we're going to play again tomorrow. In the meantime, stay tuned here a little bit later, like within about 30, 45 minutes. We'll have women's side out. Hey, good night, everybody. We'll have one more episode before you go to bed. Take care. See you later. Thanks for watching. Peace.